guys, Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music, and I'm going to show you a bunch of different ways to play a major 7 chord, which is, you know, that kind of pretty but also haunting sounding chord that you hear sometimes in jazz, R&B, indie rock. You know, it's in a lot of songs. But I'm going to break down the concept for you and show you what it's all about and give you some different options that you can mess around with. Also, if you're trying to get better at guitar, I have a bunch of premium courses at my website, martymusic.com, that I think will help you out. So why don't you check the link down in the description down there and go to martymusic.com, sign my newsletter, and I'll actually send you some free premium courses that are based on the level of guitar that you're working on. So I think it'll help you, and I appreciate that extra support. Here we go. All right, I'm going to talk about major 7 chords right now. If you see a chord that's called C7, that means C dominant 7, which is a C major chord with the flat 7 added to it, which sounds like this. That's a bluesy sounding chord, dominant 7. But there's a major 7 chord, and that's a very pretty chord that's used in R&B and jazz music, and also just when you want to add a more beautiful, also sometimes haunting, beautiful color to your major chord. And so what a major 7 chord is a major chord with the major 7 added to it. So it's a 4-note chord. Major and minor chords are actually just 3 notes, the root, third, and 5. But a major 7 chord is the root, third, 5, and major 7. A dominant 7 chord is the root, third, 5, and dominant 7 or flat 7. So I'm going to specifically show you the major 7 chords right now. Within the caged shapes, just meaning the C shape, A shape, D shape, E shape, caged, C, A, G, E, and D, those shapes. So we'll just play the open chords, but add that major 7 to them. And the major 7, as far as what the note is a half step lower than the root. So the major 7 of C is a B, a half step lower. A major 7 of a D chord is C sharp, just a half step below the root as far as what the letter note or note name is. So I'll just go through caged first. C major 7 is a C major chord, but also with a B added to it, typically in the higher register. So a C major 7, the easiest way to do that with the C shape is to take your index finger off and let that open B ring out. So that's C major 7. Now I'm going to do the A chord, A major. It would need to have a G sharp in it. And the easiest way for the A shape to add the G sharp is to play it right here, the first fret of the G string, meaning up a half step. So then you'd have to do middle finger, index on that first fret G, and second fret of the B string. That's how you play the A major 7. C, A, G. G is our next shape that we're going to talk about. And so you would need an F sharp within the G major chord. So that's, you know, from the open shape, that's how I would do it. Is normally you when you're first learning guitar, you see a G7. That's the flat 7, but the major 7's there. I'm hitting that second fret high E, which is an F sharp, the major 7. So C major 7, A major 7, G major 7. Next, we're going to do E major 7. So E major, and the major 7 is a D sharp note, which could be right here. But the one in this position that I would do is this. And so that D sharp is the first fret on the D string. So you have to change your fingering a bit. And I would do it like this. So my third finger on the second fret A string, index on the first fret of the D, and then first fret of the G string. I know my hand's kind of covering the notes, so you can't see it that well, but it's... E major 7. Goes really nice to A major 7. The final shape in that caged method would be D major 7. And so that's a D major chord. But we need to get a C sharp in there, which is the major 7. Ooh, I got fancy, right? This one's real easy. The C sharp, that's a C sharp. So instead of that, we don't want that, we want that. So you can just go open D string, second fret G, second fret B, and second fret high E. One of the first major 7 chords you might play by accident is actually F major 7. And as far as F major goes, it's really E shape up a half step. That's why it's not in the caged method, because it's in E. Our classic F is coming from E, or the full bar chord. You can see that's an E up a half step. But F major 7, or it's got the high open E in there, which is the major 7 of F. You know, that's F. Half step lower is the major 7. You'll also hear chords that go like regular major and then the movement to major 7. One of the most classic is John Lennon, Imagine. You'll also hear sometimes major chord, major 7, dominant 7 as a movement. There's a brand new song, Die With a Smile, by Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga, and the first 2 chords are A major 7 to D major 7. So instead of playing A major, they're making the major 7, which adds a totally different quality to it. Now, the other thing I want to show you are, instead of the classic E root and A root bar chords for major, I'm going to show you what those would look like as major 7 chords. So if I played a C major bar chord right here, which comes from the E shape, by the way, E, F, G, A, B, half step to C. So I'm barring along the 8th fret but I need to get a B note in there. And the easiest way to do that is to still use your index finger on the root. And so that's the 8th fret. But then to get that B, it's right there. And so I'll show you the voicing. I've taught it in a lot of songs and stuff, but this is how I would play the movable major 7 with the root on the E string. Should sound the same as this. Different voicing, so they have different qualities, but it's the same notes. C, E, G, and B. So you find the root, 8th fret on the E string, and then I'm going to use my middle finger on the 8th fret B string, and then 3rd finger on the 9th fret D, which is the major 7th tone, and then my pinky on the 9th fret G. So that's another way to play C major 7. Now, if I wanted to play that C major 7, but I found the root on the A string, I'm going to hit the root on the 3rd fret A string. Instead of playing a C major like this, I find the B note right here, 4th fret G string. And so I bar along here, and then all I'm doing is 3rd finger on the 5th fret D, and then 4th fret G, and then 5th fret B. One other major 7 voicing is when you find the root on the D string. So I'm going to just stick to the C major 7 chord. The C note on the D string is the 10th fret. And this is from the D shape. Real easy and real pretty, real easy to play. So I'm finding the root on the D string, 10th fret. And then my 3rd finger just goes across 12th fret of the G, B, and high E. So if I took a progression like C major 7 to F major 7, here's the combinations. A root, and I'll go to D root. E root. To E root F up here. And with this shape, the A string's muted by my index finger. I'm not barring it, I'm just letting it. C major 7 with the D root. To A root, F major 7. See what you can do with that. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. Thank you again for the continued support. Don't forget to go over to martymusic.com, link down there, and sign my newsletter to get some free premium courses that'll help you out. Appreciate your extra support like that, and thank you for supporting Marty Music. Hope to see you again. See you later.